Hello, everyone,
Salut,
and
tout le
welcome
monde.
to Vanilla Martini VEDA Day. What day is it? The 12th? Day 12. This is Shaina.
Hello.
C'est Shaina. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
We
Bonsoir.
have been friends. Yeah, we have been friends almost 3 years.
Yes, I believe so.
We get together every
Every
week
week.
and drink tea and speak French because we are both French-speaking women who live in America and don't have a lot of people that we get to speak French with. How did we meet?
Well, even just our thing about every week is we make that our joke because I travel constantly. But we are every time we get together and we speak, we're always like, well, so since we get together every week, and we always say it as though it's something that happens, but our last every week was 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, but then like last summer, it was like pretty consistent.
yeah,
like,
there was a period of time where we did see each other every week.
Yeah, so
it's
like,
just then I left.
That's why that became the norm,
That was
like
the
what
thing,
we called
yeah,
it.
so.
But no, we haven't seen each other since like
Yes.
December.
Yes.
So it's been much too long.
So yeah, we do have an interesting origin story, how we found each other, because we're kind of unlikely friends actually.
Mm-hmm.
So from my side, I had been over in France, and I had just come back to the United States. And if you know anything about like European culture, you know there's a lot of coffee involved in life. So I was still I had just pretty much gotten off the plane. I was really needing my European fix and my coffee. And so where do I go?
Starbucks. And she comes through and she hands me $100 bill. And I was like, I can't take $100 bills. And you're like, please, that's all I have.
It was the only U.S. currency that I had because
like,
I had just come back into the country. So I just had this one large bill. And I was like, I need my latte. And she was like,
and I was
I was like,
okay, I can load all of it onto your card, and it's fine. But then, here's the thing. I, came this close, because usually when people say they've been out of country, I just ask them, just in case, oh, hey, I grew up in France, let's make a connection on that basis, right? I almost asked you, oh, where were you? Mm-hmm. But then I was like, it probably wasn't France, and, just moved on, and then, 2 weeks later...
So, yeah, then we moved on with our life, and she was kind enough to get me my latte. So, for me, it was a really beautiful day. And, my integration back into the United States was going well.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And so the need for coffee continued. And so a couple weeks later, I went back to said Starbucks and, again, needed a latte. I don't know what happened.
Well, actually, what happened was, I was in the back doing dishes or something, and you were there with a friend asking for recommendations on where to go for dessert.
Yes.
And... all of a sudden my coworker sticks his head in the back and goes, hey Carol, there's a Parisian out here. You should come speak French to her. And I come out and I was like, hey, you're the girl from the one time.
You're the girl from the window who had $100.
and you were like, and we started speaking French.
Yeah.
And I don't think we exchanged information yet.
I think I gave you my business card.
Maybe. And then it was the time after that you came in, and we started actually talking a little bit more, and we were like, hey, we should get together and speak French. And that was also the time when I was like, look, you look really familiar, and your last name is Wexler. Do you have a younger sister? And it turns out I went to high school for 1 year with her younger sister.
So there were, all these connections where she knew people that I knew, but,
crazy.
We would have never actually started hanging out or even know about each other.
Seriously.
Had she not, granted me my latte and then been like, you're the girl. And
because, I didn't even really know your sister.
No.
We were in a play together.
Yeah.
And we didn't hang out or talk, really.
My sister didn't hang out with hers.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't cool. Well, I was a freshman,
I know you were.
And she was a senior, so yeah, I was really not cool enough for her. But
so it's been interesting that now we get together every week.
Every week. Well, and we did get to hang out in Paris in
Yes.
summer of 2014. Some of you who've been following me for that long, by the way, totally broke my 3-minute rule.
Oh,
That's
nice.
fine. That's fine. But those of you who have been following me long enough might remember that I took a trip to Europe in the summer of 2014 and hung out with Karis the Hat, another YouTuber, a bunch. And we do have a video together.
We do,
on
because
my
I was
collab
living
channel
there at the time. And
yes.
so one of the things that we do every week
Every
when we get together, we speak in French, but we also drink tea. We have our tea time together.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she happened to be in France at the same time that, of course, I was living there, we decided to go to Mariage Frère, which is, of course, the best tea place in the world,
It-
from
it
my
is-
opinion.
It is pretty
but,
great. It's a kind of
um,
expensive. It's not an everyday tea place,
Yeah.
but it's lovely.
Didn't
Also,
we pay like 20 euros
for the dessert,
Yeah.
20 euros. 20 euros.
So
that's
worth
what,
it.
like,
It
that's
was-
like
It was like
that's
gold.
almost $30. No, that's that's like $27 for
probably more. Actually,
maybe more.
but
It depends on the
especially
day.
now. Yeah.
But like it was just
It was
this,
worth
like,
it.
It was so
worth it.
good, and it was like covered in actual gold.
Yes, it was a gold-leafed chocolate mousse dessert with like a salted caramel middle.
Oh,
You would have
and don't-
spent 20 euros on it too,
And like
I promise.
every layer of it was infused in a different kind of tea.
Oh,
like
God,
it,
yeah.
like their desserts were tea desserts. It was incredible.
We need to go back right now. Do you have 20 euros?
I think that the cost of getting there is a little bit
No,
more
that's
than 20
fine. I'll get
euros.
back there just fine. Will you buy us dessert?
Sure. If you fly me over to France, I will buy you dessert.
Perfect.
Okay. But yeah, we also went to the catacombs that day.
We also did that.
Link to that video in the description. And now we're over 6 minutes, so it's time to go. Thank you so much for being in my video, Shaina.
It is my pleasure.
I super appreciate
And I
it.
plaisir.
Oui, bien sûr. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow.
À
Goodbye.
bientôt.